Bristol, European Green Capital 2015.
It's no use preaching climate change. We have to do this with a sense of fun. There's no use being a green capital an all-hair shirt and too serious about it because people switch off.
Bristol is doing green in a really interesting, kind of innovative way. Creative people thinking of different ways of living, growing food in the city, experimenting with things.
It's like a really networky, webby city of lots of small things going on that have grown from the grassroots. And it might be quite unique in the sheer vitality of the grassroots movements.
With its evident congestion and urban pollution, Bristol may not seem like a particularly green city, less still Europe's green capital for 2015. But scratch beneath the surface and a completely different story emerges. Take Alice Marie Archer's urban aquaponics project, in effect a mini fish farm in which fish waste, rich in nitrates, feeds edible plants, which then clean the water back for the fish. There'll be two other much bigger tanks in the city, all with green capital support.
A lot of the focus of environmental work is either very firmly sat in social justice or very firmly sat in technical environmental, sort of decarbonising or saving water, or sort of the measurable things, and talking about how people eat. Maybe that's something that this year can really do.
The local food chain she's building continues here, with a merchant interested in her fish, but torn between the need for sustainability and the need to sell at a price people will pay.
There is demand for local fish. When we get these Chew Valley trout in, they came in last night. We'll sell all these by today, I should think, because people love the fact that it's line caught and local. So if you can do something, then that'd be great.
At a conference that evening, local MEP Molly Scott-Cato joins a group of green thinkers promoting the idea of transitioning to the green economy.
We're in an urgent situation in terms of needing to make this transition to a green economy, and we need to have politicians focusing really hard on this and creating the incentives we need to make that transition.
In many respects, Bristol has been ahead of the curve among British cities in thinking and acting green. It started as far back as the 1970s and has been evolving ever since.
Green is very much about being smart, being intelligent, but I think in terms of green jobs, a lot of that is about relocalising production. So, as I said, people are growing food here in the city, also generating electricity in the city through solar panels and so on. So I think it's that whole idea about localising your economic relationships.
Community collaboration is at the heart of life in Bristol, and a lot of it starts here. This is Britain's longest street of independent shops, cafes and places to hang out. It's a colourful place, specifically green, because a lot of Europe's green capital projects also start here. Here at a multi-purpose community hall, I meet David Saunders, a green pioneer who introduced Bristol's first communal solar power system for the community centre.
They've paid for themselves in 8 years. Once the basic cost of generating a chunk of raw energy is very low, the rest of the economy comes in line.
His ambition? To roll out cheap-to-install solar panels on houses across the city and manage them as a larger energy collective.
If enough people club together in the community to create their own renewable energy, that has an impact, and it may becomes as much from local initiatives now, or regional initiatives, as from central planning, as in, say, the German energy revolution.
All this talk of grassroots activity and small-scale renewables forgets the large elephant sitting in the room. Bristol's huge congestion, public transport and air pollution problems. The city mayor, a paragon of green self-propelled transport, says he's doing what he can.
People are so attached to their cars, and every time I push against the amount of use of the car for commuting into work, I get resistance. So I have to try and find attractive ways around that. We are investing in big infrastructure, but big infrastructure isn't all the solution. We do need national action as well.
Meanwhile, up the road at the University of Bristol, scientists in partnership with the City Council are piloting a 2-square-kilometre hyper-connected urban space where fibre optics meet Wi-Fi. It's hoped to offer new opportunities for startups and to manage traffic and pollution.
We are going to put lots of different sensors, environmental sensors, health sensors. Once you integrate them with this technology, you can monitor what the carbon emission is, what the health challenges are, and we can project onto a 3D display what the pollution in the city is, what kind of character, and then use that to control transport or traffic flow.
The project is precisely the kind of programme identified in the €315 billion growth plan of European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker. Connected, eco-conscious, friendly to the real motors of growth in Europe, SMEs. Just make sure it reaches its target is the message to Mr. Juncker.
The green economy is going to rely less on energy and more on people, so it is automatically a jobs-rich sort of economy. You would have green money creation to fund green projects, and that would ensure that the Juncker plan moved us towards the green economy we think we need to see.
Whatever the outcome, politicians can know at least that a lot of work has already started here and will continue long after Bristol has passed the baton to Europe's next green capital.